AI cameras aren't always reliable, but having people watching a place 24/7 is costly and feels intrusive. That's why Deep Sentinel combines both approaches. Their smart cameras spot suspicious activity and alert a human operator, who can then use the speaker to scare off intruders. It's simple and effective without always calling the police, though the operator will if needed. This system is super quick. It can catch and stop a robbery or kidnapping attempt in about 30 seconds. Plus, it's really easy to set up. You just install the cameras, connect them to a wireless hub, and use an app to configure everything. The whole process only takes about half an hour. Meanwhile, APS has added more types of safety sensors to their catalog. Along with their usual microwave sensors, they now offer infrared ones, and some that use both. Take the MW110. It's an infrared photoelectric sensor that can see really far, up to 110 meters. It's great for watching big areas because rain, fog, and frost don't mess it up. And then there's the MW210, which is a classic microwave sensor, but it has the sender and receiver parts all in one piece. This one can protect up to 15 meters around it. The MW310 is pretty cool too. It notices temperature changes in the area it's watching. Plus, it can spot movements, creating a kind of microwave wall. Each MW310 can keep an eye on an area up to 11 meters wide. Imagine your house has the lawn of your dreams. But now, all the cats, dogs, squirrels, and other animals in the neighborhood are running towards it as if your lawn is a Disney princess. Relax. Let the yard enforcer chase them away. This system tracks intruders with an infrared sensor and shoots water at them from a distance of 11 meters, using only 2 cups of water per shot. The sprinkler's powered by 4 AA batteries that guarantee 7,500 on-off cycles. The sprinkler can be programmed to run daytime only, nighttime only, or 24 hours a day. And because the jet intensity is adjustable, the Yard Enforcer is also suitable for lawn watering. The sprinkler without batteries costs $85. Capsicum oleo resin, also known as pepper spray, stings like crazy when it touches your skin. And if it gets in your eyes, you'll cry harder than you did at the end of Titanic. We're visiting the Less Lethal Concepts factory, a company that's big on pepper-based defense products. These guys put their systems in places you'd never guess, like gate posts or under car doors. Bad guys will have no clue where they got hit from. Tears and coughing, that's just the start of their troubles. Sometimes this pepper extract makes it hard to breathe and can cause eyelid spasms. Oh, and it works on dogs too. Burglars might be used to pepper spray or laser systems by now, but what about a minefield? That's probably not on their radar. Don't worry, it's all legal though. We're talking about paintball and airsoft gear that's been tweaked for home defense. Take the PBM-22C for example. This reusable 68 caliber mine blasts out 60 balls at once, covering about 14 square meters of space. You can get one for $167. Want something with a bit more pizzazz?
Firing 2 in 3, 2, 1.
Check out Anymine. This bad boy not only spots movement within 5 meters, it also jumps up to spread those balls even further. The Anymine will set you back $106. Books, TV shows, and video games tell us bad guys love darkness. But get this. Some experts looked at 14 years of crime data from England and Wales and found no link between streetlights and crime rates. This could save governments some cash, as the UK alone once spent $380 million on streetlights in just a year. But if you're worried about your own place, check out the Startle 360 light. First off, it uses up to 75% less power than a regular streetlight. Plus, it's tough enough to handle small bullets. But the best thing is that it only turns on when it spots movement, hitting would-be thieves with a surprise blast of 9,600 lumens that'll probably send them running. You can grab one of these for $299. Look at this thin see-through film. You'd think they couldn't stop much, right? Maybe just a not-so-bright cat. But check this out. In this video, a guy's going at them with a hammer, a machete, and even a pickaxe, and they're not breaking. How come? They're made of Lexan polycarbonate. It's the same material used for police shields and planes. Put a few of these in your window and you've got a simple but super tough barrier against burglars. But there's more to it. It's hard to see in the video, but along the edges of each sheet, there are slots for alarm system wires. And here's another plus. The makers didn't go crazy with the price. You can get a set of 6 sheets, each a meter long, for $95. Check out how Ornamental Security tests their doors. These guys don't just know their stuff, they've also done their homework on how burglars operate. For example, they know the lock's usually the first thing a thief goes for. That's why they put a 6.4mm thick steel plate right there. They also use this special polycarbonate glass that's 20 times tougher than the regular stuff. Plus, it's a bit flexible, so it can take a hit better. Every door Ornamental Security makes is custom built to fit each house just right. Of course, all this fancy security doesn't come cheap. You're looking at about $1,300 for a door. We're down in Somerset, southwest England. This is Cheddar Village, birthplace of that famous cheese. Around here, farming's a big deal, with people working and living on pretty sizable chunks of land. So they've got to think about keeping safe and making things easy for visitors. West Country Tech helped one local client sort out both issues in one go. Now, when someone shows up at the gate, they'll see a fancy camera intercom, so the owner can see and chat with them. The sound and pictures show up on the screens in the house. And get this, if you need to, you can check who's there and open or close the gate using your phone, even if you're on the other side of the planet. You can't steal what you can't see. That's how they pitched the Zero Vision system. Did a burglar break into your house? In 45 seconds, the whole place gets filled with fog. Don't worry, it's safe for people and pets, but it'll sure make it hard for the thief to find their way out. The setup's wireless, and one unit can fog up to 100 square meters. But what if someone's just heading to the kitchen for a midnight snack? You don't want them walking into a horror movie, right? Well, they've thought of that. The system comes with cameras and motion detectors, and there's an operator watching everything. If things look sketchy, they'll hit the fog button themselves. Usually, this whole process takes about 30 seconds. If things get really serious, the operator can call in a security team to show up with the cops. Ever heard of City 17? It's a city from the Half-Life games. In the game, drones watch over everything. But guess what? Real life's caught up to that sci-fi stuff. These days, little drones are keeping an eye on all sorts of places. These drones are called Tando, and when they're not buzzing around, they just hang out on the ceiling on their special charging tiles. When it's go time, these little guys have regular and heat-sensing cameras, giving them a full 360-degree view of rooms and hallways. All that info gets sent to the cloud, equipped with AI. It's not just for catching burglars, it can spot stuff like fires or leaks and give the operator a heads up. The company who made this reckons it'll be cheaper than hiring human guards. So, are we looking at another job that will be taken over by machines? Do you remember the movie Mr. and Mrs. Smith? Those spies had a ton of secret spots for their weapons. Believe it or not, now anyone can contact tactical walls and set up something similar in their house. How about this clock with a hidden section measuring 25 by 36 centimeters? It can fit a knife, a pistol, a taser, and more. You can open the stash by pressing the clock near the number 12. This hiding spot will cost you at least $130, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. The Tactical Walls team is super creative and has made mirrors, shelves, and even napkin holders with hidden compartments. And don't forget, in the US alone, there are about 8,000 home invasions every year, so having something like this could come in handy. Keep you and your loved ones safe from intruders, says Lancer Tactical. This pistol is ideal for Tactical Wall's secret compartments, as it's only 18 centimeters long. Plus, it's a non-lethal air pistol that can protect you from bad guys. The Hornet shoots paintballs, rubber balls, and pepper balls. To improve accuracy, the makers added a Picatinny rail for a tactical light. The Hornet has an effective range of 30 meters and can hold 4 balls in its magazine. You can get this pistol for $170. Joe Curran was in the US Army and worked both as a firearms trainer and a deputy sheriff. Later, he used his experience to make protective gear. Curran's company, Bullet Blocker, created the first bulletproof backpack for students. The reason is that he has 2 children, and after the terrible events at Virginia Tech, he was really worried about their safety. Now, Bullet Blocker backpacks are protecting students all over the United States. These backpacks have passed tests to meet NIJ 3A standards, using .357 Magnum, .44 Magnum, 9mm, .45, and other bullets. The backpack will cost you $200. Bullet Blocker also makes bags, folders, and other items. For instance, the protective panel they offer has been tested with 45 ACP bullets from 1.5 meters away. And their folding shield can be carried like a bag and quickly opens to 150 by 81 centimeters in dangerous situations. The creators of Face know how to grab people's attention. Their Kickstarter page shows a picture of a house on fire with the words, "We have a wildfire problem. What if this was my home? What if I lost everything in a pile of ash?" They also share some stats. In just 3 years, fires have burned over 3 million hectares in California and destroyed almost 50,000 buildings. That's where Face comes in. It's made up of sprinkler heads that are placed around the perimeter, and in case of a fire, automatically sprays fire-extinguishing chemicals within a 1.5 meter radius. This way, Face creates a barrier to stop the fire from spreading. Plus, they can be installed inside rooms. You can get 1 unit on Kickstarter for $99. Theft Stopper is a simple solution and a great complement to a conventional alarm system. It's mounted on the door and flashes when opened. In addition, it beeps at 105 decibels, at the level of a motorcycle or a drill. The alarm can sound for 30 seconds, 3 minutes, or until the arrival of the guard, who will manually turn off the alarm. This solution costs $82 and adapts to almost any door, regardless of whether it opens upwards, downwards, to the left, or to the right. In 2016, Miles McCarville came back from a work trip to find his motorcycle gone. It was a 1972 Harley-Davidson. What a bummer. The police took on the case, but there wasn't much progress. You won't believe it, but 4 years later, the bike showed up in the same spot it was taken from. Sadly, not all theft stories have a happy ending. That's why the Zicam team created the Garage Defender system for motorcycle owners. This system stops car thieves from opening the garage door and also protects against attempts to bend or remove the metal curtains from their tracks. Since it's only 9mm tall, it won't get in the way when you're leaving the garage on your motorcycle. The Garage Defender costs around $152. The phrase "home sweet home" has a new meaning for people who take home security to the next level with this key safe. Built to meet police standards and the LPS 1175 security rating, it's pretty tough. But just how tough? Well, it's meant to hold up even if bad guys know what they're up against and come at it with crowbars, sledgehammers, drills, and power saws. The inside isn't huge, you can fit maybe 3 big keys at most, but those keys will be tucked away behind a solid 18mm thick door and guarded by a code that's 4 to 8 numbers long. Plus, the safe comes with 4 sturdy bolts to mount it, each one 5mm wide and 50mm long. Big, strong fences can catch the eye of cats, birds, and other unwanted visitors. That's why many companies sell spikes to keep trespassers away. The spikes can be made of plastic or metal, have dull or sharp ends, and come in different types for liquid or solid nails. There are lots of choices. One company even offers the longest spike strips you can find. They are 50 centimeters long and can be divided lengthwise into 3 pieces. Meanwhile, the Yeson company has created spikes with a special shape that makes it almost impossible to climb without getting hurt. Lumar film is used to safeguard windows all over the world. It's so strong that the glass won't break into sharp pieces, even if it's hit by debris like gravel, roof tiles, and sheet metal thrown by winds at 30 meters per second. Plus, the super strong polyester protects against attacks with bats and crowbars, giving people inside more time to get away. The film is attached with a special glue, so the window looks regular. Lumar also blocks up to 99% of UV rays, making it a great choice for storefronts to prevent goods from fading.